the main event features Crawford Ashley against Tony Booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is in the featherweight division. Firstly, and introducing to you, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the black and white trunks, weighing in at 9 stone and 3 pounds. Taking part in his 23rd professional contest, he's from Wolverhampton. Would you please welcome Carl Allen? And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the tartan trunks and weighed in at 9 stone exactly. He brings a 6-fight record, 4 wins, 1 by knockout, 1 loss and 1 draw. He's from Cambuslang in Scotland. Would you please welcome Scott, the real McCoy Harrison. Timekeeping the bell is Barry Pinder. Referee in charge of the action is Howard Foster. This is 8 3-minute rounds.
Here we go then, our first bout this evening, a featherweight contest between the Midlands area champion Carl Allen and a former top-class amateur in the shape of Scott Harrison, cornered by his father Peter. Referee for this one, Howard Foster. And this one is scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. Carl Allen, a very cagey box fighter. Not a big banger though, and that'll suit Harrison. Harrison's only loss, by the way, was on a cut against Miguel Matthews, that tough little Welshman. Of course, we've seen Harrison on Eurosport previously. He got a draw in Calais against the Frenchman Stéphane Fernandez. On that occasion, I thought Harrison was a very handy winner. Of course, so difficult to get the win abroad these days. So Carl Allen, nice tidy boxer at long range. He won't want to get too involved here with Harrison, who's a fairly meaty puncher. Good technician as well. This is of course a Frank Loney Panics promotion from the Hull Arena. And there may not be too much between these two at the finish. Harrison having his 7th professional contest, and quite unbelievably, Carl Allen, who turned pro at the back end of 1995, is already having his 23rd match. He had 11 fights in 96, 8 in 97, so a very busy pro. Beat Matthew Harris on points over 10 rounds to become Midlands area champion. Takes a good right there from Harrison. Halfway through round 1. Fought some good lads though, Carl Allen. Notably, recently he fought Sergei Devikov, lost on points to him. Also lost to Brian Carr and Duke McKenzie on points. And also the very useful ex-Olympian David Burke. So plenty of good names on the recent record of Carl Allen, and he's learning as he goes. He's been pitched in, I must admit, on occasion. Fought Floyd Havard, Emmanuel Clottey and Paul Griffin, but the best win I think for Allen was a 5th round stoppage of Irving Blake. Well, Harrison trying to find the range for that right. Not a great deal between these two in this first round. That's a good stiff jab from Harrison from Cambuslang, Glasgow. So the end of round 1, and as I said before, very hard to pick between them there. Allen scoring reasonably well on the retreat, and well, Scott Harrison getting through with a few punches on the attack. So a level round for my money. As I say, Scott Harrison seconded by his father Peter, and they make a pretty decent team. And Harrison made his debut against my little mate Eddie Seeker, 1-2 against Eddie Seeker. And Mick Williamson, of course, bought in to take over in the event of Scott getting cut like he did against Peter Buckley. Sorry, against Miguel Matthews.
Clear the ring.
So round 2 then. Fred Wolfendale sending Carl Allen out for work. So maybe the first round was a bit of a finding out round. Now it's time to go to work. Physically, of course, Allen does have the advantage here in height and reach. Harrison's made light of that in the past. Oh, that's nice work from Harrison. Good stiff left, followed by a right. Well, nice little comeback there from Allen. Once again, good defensive work from Harrison, just waiting for the opportunity to strike with his right. And again, that lovely little left-right combination from Harrison. Very clean match, this one. Never would be the kind of clinching fight that you sometimes get. And again, a good shot there from Harrison. Well, you might hear Frank Maloney there ringside imploring Harrison to use more than one punch at a time. But the thing about Carl Allen, he's such an elusive fighter on occasion. He's hard to tag with more than one clean punch. So the end of a good second round there for Scott Harrison after a fairly level first. So he's won that one 10-9 in my book. I said before, though, Harrison is not a renowned puncher. So far, only one of his opponents have been beaten inside the distance. The one draw, of course, against the Frenchman Hernandez, and the loss on cuts to Miguel Matthews. And there's a good bit of replay from Harrison. Little nod of the head there from Carl Allen, just acknowledging the quality of those punches. And yet another. And full marks to Carl Allen. He took those full-blooded punches very well. Still on his feet. So,
Round 3.
So timekeeper Barry Pinder brings them out for round 3. Carl Allen's always had a very upright back whenever I've seen him box. Very stiff. And I'd much prefer, in fact, to see him lean into a punch to avoid it rather than away from it, because when you lean away, if your opponent takes a forward step, you've got nowhere else to go. If you look at the way Harrison ducks and dives, you'll see the exact opposite to Carl Allen's approach. He slips on the inside rather than the outside. Once again, nice work from Harrison. And so many times I've said it, and it's probably true here as well, that Scott Harrison would probably trade in half of his technical skills to have twice the power. Of course, the upside of that is that Harrison might not possess a big punch, but he certainly takes a good whack. Okay, nice work there from Harrison. And after a very successful amateur career, looking to get himself into British title contention. I hope he follows the traditional route, of course, to a title, unlike most of today's fighters who seem to get to the top the wrong way round.
Come on, work it out. Stop holding. Come on.
Well, Allen not doing too badly there on the inside. Well, once again, Allen trapped on the ropes there, and Harrison enjoying himself, getting off with both hands. Nice little right from Carl Allen. Oh, good punch. Lovely shot there from Scott Harrison. Punch of the round so far, and once again a good round, I think, for Scott Harrison. Of the scheduled 8 in the featherweight division. And just to remind you, there you are, the short colours are up. Scott Harrison from Camberslang, a district of Glasgow, in action against Carl Allen from Wolverhampton in the West Midlands, the Black Country. And for my money, Harrison is 2 points in front now with 3 rounds gone. 21 years of age now, Scott Harrison. Carl Allen is 28 and the reigning Midlands area champion. Harrison, a very compact, tidy box fighter. For my money, he's got a good mix of aggression and skill. Well, once again, some good work there from the Scotsman. Oh, lovely right again. Well, he appears to be breaking Allen down gradually. Carl Allen now just lacking a bit of discipline. It's ironic, just when Allen needs to tighten up, he's suddenly gone all loose. And that's what's going to cost him, I think. Although I must admit, it'd be a good performance if Harrison could stop Carl Allen. At this stage, though, it looks like Allen's survival instincts are getting through this one. Once again, some lovely work from Harrison. Well, he's up the pace, hasn't he, from round to round now, Harrison, and I think Carl Allen's just finding things a bit too hot out there at the moment. Well, again, a lovely jab from Harrison. And so often I've emphasised how, oh, a good right there from Carl Allen. Bleeding from the nose now, but so often, as I said, I've emphasised the value of having a good left hand. And Harrison has, and that's another good round then for Scott Harrison. A bloodied Carl Allen trudges back to the corner. 3 points now, the gap. And I imagine that Father Peter's pretty satisfied so far with the performance of Scott. And I do believe, in fact, that Scott's father was himself a former good quality fighter in his day. As we watch a bit of this replay with Carl Allen spending most of round 4 backed up, taking his lumps though without complaining.
Clear the ring. Clear the ring, come on.
Round 5.
So round 5 then. This is the halfway point of the scheduled 8 rounds, and Howard Foster, the sole arbiter here. No judges, of course, at this level in British professional boxing. Just the referee will score. I must admit, I like that particular system, up to and including 8-round contests, but anything more meaningful, i.e. a championship fight or indeed a 10-rounder, an international 10-rounder, I do believe the time has come to get in line with the rest of the world and possibly have a scoring referee and 2 scoring judges at ringside to assist him in the event of there being any doubt about the verdict. Well, Harrison now trying to stick close to Carl Allen and break him down even further. And it was inevitable that Allen would slow down and this one would become a much tighter contest at close quarters.
Watch the heads. Come on, let him go. Get up. Stop on it, come on.
It's a nice uppercut on the inside. Well, oh, and Harrison sensed his moment there. Very eager to finish things with a right. He may not be a concussive one-punch hitter, but these accurate punches wear you down. That's it, nice little switch then from Harrison. Saw the hands up, so went to the body. Referee Howard Foster there, just warning Harrison for a punch behind the back of the head, but he didn't break them up to do it, so I like the way he just let the flow go.
Come on. Right, step back. Right.
Oh, good shot again from Harrison. Good job that Carl Allen is a durable sort of fighter.
Come on, work it out.
Having said that, in his 12 defeats, he's been stopped on 4 occasions. He's won 8 fights, lost 12, drawn 2 and stopped 2, so himself not a big puncher. And for the record, of course, Scott Harrison's won 4, lost 1 and drawn 1, with only 1 stoppage win. But once again, racking up another round there. Well, after a reasonably level start, Harrison has won everything else since. To be in front now, 50-46 in my opinion. It's a very calm corner there. Don't want any histrionics in the corner, especially, of course, from the fighter. So, touch of replay. That was that nice uppercut. That was a very awkward punch, just landing behind the ear.
Guys, 10 seconds. Clear the ring. Seconds out. Round.
So here we go then for round 6. And this featherweight match getting tougher by the round, especially for Carl Allen. Nice sensible boxing now from Allen, just keeping that left hand popping out, trying to catch Harrison without getting too involved. Oh, lovely shots. Good left right there from Allen. And again, and he's got, sorry, from Harrison. And Carl Allen soaks up another good shot. Now a barrage of punches to the body.
Stop boxing!
Well, oh, it's all over. So referee Foster then has decided that Carl Allen's had enough for one night. Well, I suppose if he'd have done it maybe 5 or 6 punches earlier, one might not have minded too much, but it seemed to come at a time when Allen was actually punching back. Oh, well. He doesn't like that, Carl Allen, not surprisingly, with that successful stoppage victory then for Scott Harrison. That's only the 2nd time, of course, he's won inside the limit. Just watch this again. Some good shots here, no doubt about that. And once again, good lefts and rights coming in from Harrison, and then battering down the body. I thought that Allen was actually firing back at the time of the stoppage. Takes another right. Once again, from the reverse angle this time. As you can see, some good-looking punches there from Harrison. And to be honest with you, it probably wasn't too badly timed, the stoppage. Although Carl Allen would have much preferred to have seen this one through. He was getting caught far more frequently with some good punches like that. Disappointed man, Carl, obviously. Tell by the look on his face. Anyway, let's get the official verdict from our MC, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute of the 6th round. Referee Howard Foster has stopped the contest. Your winner, Braveheart Scott Harrison.
So there he is then, Scott Harrison, the winner in 6 rounds, and that's a good performance from Harrison, I thought.
Carl Allen.
Well, the main event is still